What's up, y'all? There's too many distractions in our world, and there's too many ways to go to hell. This world isn't built for your success. This world is built for you to be in bondage to pleasure and entertainment. This world is meant for you to sit on a couch and watch TV all day, to be on your phone scrolling, to be on YouTube 10 hours out of the day with a bag of Doritos, Oreos, all the O's, Cheerios, whatever. This world is meant to keep you in bondage. It's meant to keep you a slave. It's meant to keep you blind. It's meant to keep you entertained. It's meant to keep you confused. Have you ever seen the movie The Matrix? Yes. I want you to know. Look at me. I want you to know that these movies are not just movies. They're inspired by real life. The Truman Show is inspired by real life. What they do is they take these real life things that they are doing, they make it entertainment, they put some gas on it. It's a movie. They make it, they do extra to make it more entertaining. But the basis is there, the foundation is there. They're hiding the truth in plain sight. And they are putting it out there for you to be entertained, for you to be blinded by. Same thing with TV shows. The truth has been out for a while, and we take it, we look at it, and we laugh. It's funny. Ha ha. I've been exposed to these things in the year 2018. I've been exposed to that and these truths. And I'm telling you this stuff like you gon' get it and receive it then and here and now. It took me months, probably years, to really digest it. I didn't want to believe it. I couldn't believe it. I didn't, so I need to feed you milk instead of meat, if you know what I'm saying. Like babes in Christ. So put it this way. Don't take everything you see as entertainment. Don't take it as just a TV show, just a movie. Put on your spiritual glasses. Put on the vision of the Most High and see past the entertainment. See past what they want you to believe. So many different agendas that they're pushing right now that they want you to believe. They make people famous to push those agendas. They make people famous to get people thinking about certain things. How easy is it to adjust an algorithm to make somebody popular? How easy is it to do that? It wouldn't be hard to get people thinking about a certain person. These people are selling their souls, not metaphorically, literally. They're selling their souls to Satan. Metaphorically would be they're doing something that's against their integrity. Literally is they are making deals with agencies, companies, organizations, associations, that they will do this in exchange for that. They are doing these things, and usually it involves pushing an agenda, talking about this and that, murder, sex, drugs, or the certain things like shots, you know, or whatever. They talk about these things, they push them, and you can't speak on this, that, and that. If you do, something bad could happen to you and or your family. This is how these things work. And I want you to think how easy it is to get somebody to get the mass population to be thinking about a specific thing. All you need is a famous person with a lot of followers to talk about that thing, to be focused on that thing. And now you got millions of people who worship this follower, who worship this celebrity, thinking about that, caring about that, focused on that. How easy is it to control the zeitgeist, the narrative, what's on people's minds, the minds of the culture, the minds of the masses? How easy is it to control that when you have people with a large following doing your will? It's not hard. It's not hard. And with the black community, with my community, you see that after a while, we do their job for them. After a while, they don't have to push murder, sex, drugs. They don't need to get people to talk about that, to promote people to talk about that. We see certain people do it and we want to be like them. So we do that. Okay, then the next person do that, then the next person do that. It's a sheep culture. And now you got to do that to be popular. And now, it just changes the mindset, the mentality. And that is a problem. But I know this video all over the place, bro. I'm just speaking from the spirit right now, if I'm being honest with you. This culture wants you subdued. They want you, I don't know the word. They want you in a trance. They want you in a trance. They want your brain constantly going, moving, addicted to TikTok, addicted to entertainment, and not focused, not even considering the broader possibilities and the broader aspects of society as a whole, of this world as a whole. They don't want you thinking about higher level things like God, like what's going on in these world governments, like what's actually happening. They're gonna push. They want you to think about the stuff that they're pushing, the entertainment that they're pushing, the food, bro, that they're pushing. They want you to think about these things. And just like in the Matrix, when somebody gets out of that, when somebody stops thinking about that, it's we got one. We need to do something about that. And just like you see in the Matrix, there are certain things called agents. And this is me feeding you milk, so now we're going to veggies. This is vegetables. There are certain things called agents that these associations, these governments, that these higher power groups send to target people. Just like with Delilah and Samson, Satan's tactics have been the same. The technology changes, the times change, his tactics are the same. He sends agents for people. And for men, a lot of times it's women. He sends women to destroy you. Just like the Philistines sent Delilah to destroy Samson. what our government, what these associations, what the powers that be do, they send people, groups of people, organizations into your job, into they move them into your neighborhood. They do these things to control you, to manipulate you, so they can keep you under wraps. This is called gang stalking. If you never heard of the movie The Truman Show, I want you to watch it. That is real. That is what they do in a lot of situations. And this is a hard thing to explain, for me to explain to you, because this is not something that you can actively prove. Like, even if it was happening right now, you can't say that this is going on. You can't, to the people who are not a part of that group, who are not doing or not a part of the stuff they got going on, you can't say to them, hey, look at this, because they are just as fooled as anybody else. They don't know what's going on. Only you do. And that's the point. That's what they do. They make it to the point where only you know what's going on. It could be happening right in front of your mother's face, and she wouldn't know. She couldn't know. And that is what they do. So now, anything else you say to them, to your family, is just automatically tossed out the window. It's a lot of gaslighting. It's a lot of manipulation tactics. Bro. And it's very calculated. Like I said before, Satan is very calculated. His plans are very calculated. Be very diligent and careful of what you give your attention to. Be very diligent and careful about who you associate with. Because not everybody that you're speaking with, not everybody in your environment, in your surroundings, is for you, especially if you've come awakened to this knowledge. Like the people in the Matrix, what did they do? Tried to put you back to sleep. Why do you think people refer to the Matrix so much? Because that movie is based off real life. That movie is based off what they actually do. When people come to terms with the truth, they send people, they send agents after you. Not everybody who is friendly toward you is your friend. Men, not every girl who is flirtatious wants you. What they do is they seduce you, they pleasure you, then they destroy you. That is the cycle. That is what these demonic women do. These agents do. Seduce you, pleasure you, destroy you. They can send friends who come to manipulate your environment. They can send friends who come to introduce old habits, just plant seeds, just slight seeds, just here and there. And they like you. They're y'all friends, y'all cool, y'all vibe, y'all gel, y'all good. Whole time they have come to destroy you, slowly but surely. Do not underestimate the patience of Satan. Do not underestimate the patience of demons. And the whole time we are dealing with Satan, with demons, and I know I'm talking about people, but it is Satan who is working through these people. It is demons. They are controlled, compromised. When you come to truth to this, you have a lot more to worry about, and you are alone, because you can't tell anybody this. You can't speak on it, because the people who do speak on it, they get banned from the internet. They lose their job. They lose their house. They lose their friends. They get called crazy. The people who do speak on this have a much harder life. But ain't that how it's always been? God sends people to speak on things and life gets harder for them. This isn't new. Like Pastor Mark Driscoll says, the Bible isn't a book about what happened. It's a book about what always happens. This is a cycle. This goes on. This keeps happening. And one of Satan's favorite tricks is when someone is speaking on these things is to bring up past sins and bring up people who are willing to lie on them. And trust me, I know the consequences of speaking on it. Eventually, they're going to bring up past sins and just get people to just flat out lie to discredit you. So people are hesitant to believe you or hesitant to listen to you. Look at Andrew Tate. I don't agree with everything that man says, but he was exposing the powers that be, exposing the matrix, exposing the secret societies that actually run this world. And what happened to him? You get a lot of people lying on your name, a lot of people doing stuff to discredit you. And in his case, it may or may not be true, but that's what happens. So really the message is to be diligent, be careful, wake up. The message is to wake up. And I'm going to keep feeding you milk. I'm going to keep feeding you these things because I really forgot how long it took me to digest that, what I'm just telling you. It took me a long time, a lot of tears, a lot of crying, a lot of disbelief, a lot of me trying to lie to myself, a lot of gaslighting, a lot of depression. It took me a long time to come to grips with what I just told you. And I haven't told you everything, and I'm probably not. Because there's some things you have to see yourself to believe. So I'm going to keep feeding you these little bits of information to wake you up. Because I forgot what happened to me when I learned this. I got disgusted with the mainstream media. I got disgusted with social media. I got disgusted with music, with mainstream music. I cut it all off and focused on God. Don't get me wrong. At the time, I was focusing on a new age God. I wasn't focusing on the God of the Bible, but I was focusing on God. So I was thinking, why talk about all this stuff? Why talk about the quote unquote Illuminati, the powers that be, the people who run this world? Why should I talk about it? I should really focus on Jesus, because if you have Jesus, you don't need to focus on all that. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. But God reminded me, what happened when you learned about that? You cut all that off. You sold your TV. You deleted your social medias. You cut off all your toxic friends. When people find out what's actually going on, they put their focus on something else. They put their focus on me. And I'm sitting there thinking, you're right. You're right, Lord. I need to really expose this. I need to really talk about it more. Because if people found out what's actually going on, they would be disgusted. And it's crazy because people think it's far off. It's in a far away. Like all this stuff that I'm talking about is just so far off from them, they don't need to be concerned about it. But it's right here. It's in your face. It is right in your face. Satan wants you in bondage to entertainment, to pleasure. Bro, this world is just becoming more and more pleasure centric, more and more pleasure filled. Bro, social medias, they know how to hack your brain better. We went from MySpace to Facebook to Instagram to TikTok, all of them more and more addicting. They know how to hack your brain. They're getting better at hacking your brain. These foods are more and more addictive. They have scientists and lab coats finding the perfect salt to sugar to crunch ratio to get you eating without even thinking about it. You eating and you're not even realizing you eating. The goal is to hack your brain. The goal is to get you so focused on the pleasure you don't care about nothing else. And after you're done, you feel like crap. Your energy is drained. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to move around. You don't want to search. Your brain is exhausted. You don't want you just want to watch TV. You just want to be entertained. You don't want to move. You don't want to do anything. That's the goal, to enslave you to yourself, to not get you thinking about higher things of this world, philosophical things, about spiritual things, about God, about world governments, about what's going on, about the reason why they're doing stuff, not just the fact that they're doing stuff, the reason, the intent behind it. They don't want you to think about these things, so they fill you with pleasure, and subdue you, to get you to not think about what's actually going on, to get you to not think about God. Wake up. Wake up. This is a call. So wake up. Get off that phone, bro. Get off this cycle. Get off the couch. Search for the truth. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. Y'all take care, man.